Hello friends, Trimbley Method. So you know we're working on this book, Wellness Simplified. And you know from reading Stealth Health, my book that I wrote in 2018, 2019, and published in 2020, that I know that the system is making us sick and has been making us sick for our whole lives. And the system includes, of course, Big Pharma, includes the chemical companies, the food companies, it includes the media, academia and research, unfortunately, get involved with this, the conventional medical model. The conventional medical model is not the individual medical doctors or medical personnel. They're just doing what they are taught. They go into the profession to help people, but then they get funneled and tunnel visioned into thinking only one way. They only have so many tools in their toolbox. I don't want to talk about that today, but the point I'm bringing up is the system has been making us sick our whole lives. One big part of the system is these unhealthy oils that we have been eating since the early 1900s. So that was the last century, was 100 years ago, give or take. So this is more than one generation. This is now going into 3 generations. The unhealthy oils are explicitly discussed in Dr. Catherine Shanahan's book, Dark Calories. It is a bit of a booger to get through because it's a lot of biochemistry. Now, I like that kind of thing because she lays out exactly what happens in your body when you eat these. And she calls them the Hateful 8. Let's see if I can remember them all. Cottonseed oil, corn oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, safflower, sunflower oil, and the last one, I cannot remember right now, but there's a Hateful 8. And you can look at things that should be healthy and look at them and see on the label sunflower oil and or cottonseed oil. Let's talk about cottonseed oil for a second. This cottonseed oil was created around World War I, World War II, so 100 years ago, more than 100 years ago, to lubricate tank engines and parts. That's why it was created. When the war was over, they still had a bunch left over, so they thought, if we process this just a little more and make it odorless and tasteless, people can cook with it. And that's what created Crisco, which makes those wonderful pie crusts that I grew up with. That is cottonseed oil. It is destroying our bodies. You've heard me say before, corn oil, corn chips. If you read the label of a corn chip bag, what does it have? Corn oil, and salt. You think, oh, this is like under Dr. Nancy's rules, not a lot of ingredients. I recognize all of them, and I probably have all of those in my kitchen. But wait a minute. Imagine having a corn kernel between your 2 fingers. How hard would you have to press to get oil out of it? Think about it. How hard would you have to press? Guess what? No matter how hard you press, you will never get oil out of a corn kernel because there's no oil in it. And what they have to do to create it, I'm sorry I'm getting so flustered, but this drives me mad, is that we are so indoctrinated into eating this stuff. It is so normal for us, and it's not only killing us, and maybe it's killing us very slowly. It's making us very, very sick at a younger and younger age. It is making billions for the conventional medical model, for the pharmaceutical industry, and therefore all the other pieces of the system. So in order to take a kernel of corn and make it into oil, it takes not just one manufacturing facility, it takes 2. It is a 13-step chemical process. It is completely unnatural, and it is not corn at all. So what happens? What's the big deal? This is what happens. Your body does not know what to do with it, and it saves this fat in your body as a fat, so it makes you fat, but your body cannot use it as fuel. And it also affects your metabolism and makes you pre-diabetic, also called insulin resistant. And it also, because your body can't use it as fuel, it stresses your body, which spikes your stress hormones like cortisol. And if you follow any kind of health advice or health guru, excess cortisol creates damage to every organ system in our bodies and can create many different disease processes. So I want you to do this for me. Look up online The Hateful Eight by Dr. Catherine Shanahan. You can get the book Dark Calories. Please read it if that's your jam. If not, just pay attention to me, because I remember I take these complex topics and I funnel them down into the most usable bits that are actionable by you today. So look up the Hateful 8 oils, because remember I forgot one. Look in your kitchen cabinets. Get rid of what you have, and we will discuss in the next video what I do. And then I want you to look at all your packaged foods, even if it's something like mixed roasted nuts, and look how pervasive this horrible disease-creating ingredient is. And I want you to get rid of it for me. Next video, we'll go over why hangry is a sign that you are sick. Bye for now.